Okay. So we will begin chapter number 2, concept of disparity. Sorry, chapter number 3, concept of disparity 2. Now, in that we are going to learn inequalities and the caste system. Inequality, we all know, when equal opportunities are not provided to the people, equal opportunity in relation to societal opportunities, financial or economical opportunities, political opportunities, when there is no equal treatment given to the people, it is inequality. Equal means same. सभी को हम लोग same देते हैं. Unequal, there is difference. So inequality and caste system we will learn first. Now caste system is a type of social structure that we find in India only. This social system is peculiar in India. कास्ट सिस्टम इंडिया में ही है ना, और कहीं पे है? Is it there in other countries? It is not. This social structure we find in India, and that divides people on the basis of caste. Okay? ये क्या करते हैं हम लोग? Divide कर देते हैं. Division हो जाती है based on the caste. Upper caste people will get different treatment. Other caste, lower caste people, they may receive other treatment. So based on their inherited social status, inherited मतलब caste कैसे मिलता है आपको? How the way you get the caste? कैसे caste मिलता है आपको? If you have a particular caste, if you belong to a particular caste, कैसे मिलता है वो caste आपको? Inherited है ना? Inherited means, inherited मतलब inherited. Hello, hello. What's the meaning of inheritance? थोड़ा adjust करो, थोड़ा कम कर दो. Hello, hello, hello. Okay. Inheritance means that is transfer to you from your parents. Okay, generation से वो एक generation से दूसरे generation को transfer किया जाता है. So by birth you get your caste. जहाँ पे आपका जन्म होता है वो caste आपको मिल जाती है. So this is based on inherited social status. आपको सुनाई देगा? But I have not got that headphone so that they will not be able to hear me properly. To online students, whether my voice is audible, because the mic is creating a lot of problem. Let me just ask them first. नहीं बेटा. Hello, is it audible to online students? Is it clear? Okay. Okay, then I will just speak like this. क्या हो गया? जोक कर दिया बेचारे पे. वो अच्छा बच्चा है, आप उसको कामों का बिगाड़ो मत. हाँ पता है मुझे कौन किसे बिगाड़ रहा है, मुझे सभी चीज पता है. I know आपके सभी फीचर्स, कैरेक्टरिस्टिक्स मुझे पता है. जो चीज बोलते हैं उससे ही पता चलता है कि क्या चल रहा है दिमाग में. Okay, let it be. So caste system is a type of social structure that divides people on the basis of inherited social status. Inherited social status, that social status you inherit. By birth you will get a caste, and based on the caste you have the typical social status. In the society you may have the upper caste status or higher status, middle status, lower status. That inherited status you get by birth because of caste system, and the roots of caste system can be found in Hindu scriptures. हिंदू के जो scriptures है, religious books है, उसमें ये आपको caste system का root मतलब base पता चल जाएगा. And in the scriptures, the society is divided as per the varna system. As per the different varna, the society was divided into 4 groups. You all know those: Brahman, Kshatriya, Vaishya, and Shudra. The caste system has generated inequalities in the society. See, caste system क्या करता है? One caste is higher caste. All the facilities, everything is provided to them. Greater importance is given to those people. Correct. So you are dividing the people. आप divide करें ना. All are not equal. सभी लोग equal है. One is having the higher social status, another is having middle, and another one is having the lower social status. So you are creating inequalities, not the equalities. When we say equalities, all are equal. All are having the same social status. Here, because of caste system, there are equal social unequal social status is there. So because of that, it generates inequalities, and inequalities that is generated by the caste system can be explained as follows. I have written on the slides, please check that. The first one is inequality and social exclusion. Because of the caste, people are divided into different groups. People have been given unequal treatment, especially in the past. If you check our Indian history, before independence, people literally, they used to follow the caste system. Who belongs to the upper caste, they were having all the primary, all the important functions, duties, responsibilities were given to those people, especially the kings and the Brahmins. Then middle class, middle caste or middle status, who were having Vaishya, and the lower class, caste, not class, were the Shudra. So inequality was there. And because of that, social exclusion was also there. Social exclusion matlab society mein some people were excluded. Exclude करना मतलब उनको निकाल बाहर करना, वो चीज उनको नहीं करने देना है. Exclusion. Okay, suppose I am engaging a class. If I ask some students to go out from the class, means I am excluding them from my class. Okay, I am removing them. So exclusion was there. In India, Dalits, scheduled class, Adivasis, scheduled tribes experience some form of inequality and social exclusion. See, nowadays it has become much diluted. मतलब caste system कम ही हो रहा है. अगर आप urban society देखें तो उसमें आपको ये मतलब इतना realize भी नहीं होगा that these people belong to different caste. That is not realized nowadays. But if you go in, say, rural areas, villages, remote areas, still you will find those. And in such cases, people, and sometimes even educated also, they can, if they have that mental tendency of orthodox people, they will follow the same pattern. And in such cases, these people who belong to SC, ST, they face social inequality and social exclusion. अगर कोई फंक्शन चालू है तो उनको इम्पोर्टेंस नहीं देंगे, उनको नहीं बुलाएंगे, सोशली उनको आप अलग कर रहे हो, एक्सक्लूड कर रहे हो. ओके, देयर एक्सक्लूजन इज रिफ्लेक्टेड इन द लैक ऑफ एक्सेस. एक्सक्लूजन कहाँ पे रिफ्लेक्ट होता है? देखो कहाँ पे उनको हम लोग रिमूव कर रहे हैं, निकाल रहे हैं, उनको वो चीजें नहीं मिल रही, अपॉर्चुनिटीज नहीं मिल रहे. These are reflected in the lack of access to political institutions. Political institutions है उनमें उनको नहीं ले रहे. Public services, education, healthcare है उसमें उनको हम लोग नहीं ले रहे, या फिर inequality है. Public places है, schools है, temples है, वहां पे उनको exclude कर रहे हैं या फिर वहां पे उनको permission ही नहीं है. Then to income earning assets, income earning assets such as land and particular other occupations would be there. In that case, you are not allowing them to purchase that land, or you are not allowing them to earn much money. So like that, these people are socially excluded, as well as they don't get opportunities to participate in political to get seats in political institutions, as well as say they may not get a chance to enter the religious temples or park. Nowadays, we don't find this. But sometimes it is there, especially in the remote areas where proper education is not given. People are not much educated. They are following the orthodox society. Society is totally orthodox one. The old beliefs are there in their mind. So definitely they will follow these things. Then economic inequalities. Economic inequalities here you can understand the people who belong to the lower caste or say especially the Dalit and other people. These people not only they are not socially backward but also economically backward. Economically backward means what's the meaning of economically backward? Huh? Wait a minute, let me. Economically backward means पैसे में पीछे रहना मतलब वो poor है. That you want to say. Economically backward means economically say forward means they are wealthier one, developed one, proper all assets are there, properties there, अच्छा खासा कमा रहे हैं. Economically forward. Backward means they are most of them are below poverty line. Okay, most of the lower caste people they are below poverty line. So they are economic and that rate is comparatively higher those who are belonging to below poverty line as compared to the higher caste people. And most of them are working in unorganized sector. Unorganized sector जो है उसमें ये काम कर रहे हैं and they are working on very unreasonable wages. Daily wages रहते हैं ना, हर रोज उनको पगार दिया जाता है, सैलरी दी जाती है, हर रोज का पैसा दिया जाता है, but those are also unreasonable. मतलब ज्यादा काम करवा लेंगे और कम पैसे देंगे. Okay, that's why they are economically backward. Then lower status of women. In India, there are certain communities, certain castes where women have been restricted to the walls of home. They are not allowed to go out, get education, do work. So those opportunities are not given to them. Still, in certain areas, the same thing is happening. If we consider the earlier past ages, women were not allowed to get even education. So many restrictions were there as per the caste. Okay. So women, they have very lower status, especially if we consider women in general, they have the secondary status. Agar hum log women, see, if we divide the society in men and women have higher status, women have secondary status. And in that also, if we consider the women folk, those women, if we divide as per the caste and religion, as per the religion also, women have that lower status as per the religion. Even as per the caste also, they have the lower status. They are not allowed to, some of them are not allowed to participate in any kind of functions. They are not allowed to go out alone. So many restrictions have been put on them because as they see, it is as per their traditions. They consider that it is their tradition and it must be followed. So they label women that this is our tradition, you must this is our rule as per our caste and you can't violate that. So by birth the child, girl child has been trained in such a way that she must follow all those norms of behavior. उसको सभी follow ही करना है. Okay, that's why women enjoy a very lower status in as per that particular caste. Okay, and if we consider the widow women, जो widow है, उनको तो बहुत ही मतलब उनका situation बहुत ही critical है. If they are widow, in certain communities they can't remarry, उनका second marriage नहीं हो सकता. अगर वो widow है, they can't move out from the house, they should live in the house. उनको कुछ भी खुद को मतलब they can't beautify themselves, उनको खुद को beautify नहीं कर सकते. वो typical साड़ी रहेगी, that साड़ी only they must wear. They can't move out alone. They should protect themselves by keeping themselves at home only. They can't go for any kind of employment or for any kind of say even education. They can't select. So they can't continue their education. They can't go for any kind of employment or job. So many restrictions are there. If we consider the same, now I'm just going to from general to specific. I'm moving. So first we divided the society into male and female. Then we consider female. Female again divided by as per the caste, as per the religion. Again, in the caste, those who are the women, they again have been divided as widow and the other women. So if we consider those regular women and the widow one, whatever rules and restrictions are there to widow, they are much higher compared to the other women, right, belonging to that caste. So like that, the pathetic situation of women is there in India. Then lower preference for employment by private sector. Private sector में अगर हम लोग देखें तो if the person is belonging to any particular caste, they will not select. In private sector, earlier it was not any kind of rule that there should be certain reservation for these caste. ये कास्ट के इतने लोग होने चाहिए, ये कास्ट के इतने लोग होने चाहिए. ये कहाँ पे है? It is in government section. Government section में वो reservation policy है. Whereas in private sector, it was not the case. Nowadays, in certain companies, we can find that reservation policy is applicable, applied. And because of this, those who are eligible, capable, but still they don't get the job because they belong to that particular caste. So the people belonging to lower caste, they have to struggle a lot to get a better job or better salary in the private sector. In government sector, automatically they will get the job as they belong to particular caste and reservation is there. Okay. Then lower status and unjust treatment. See, the people who belong to this particular caste, they have been treated very unfairly. Unjust treatment is given to them. And lower status is there. Lower status such as they are treated just like slaves. गुलाम के जैसे उनको मतलब बर्ताव किया जाता था. And even their status is very low. Suppose a person is washerman. Washerman है, धोबी है. Because he cleans dirty clothes, his status is lower. अगर कोई sweeper है, तो वो रास्ते साफ करता, रास्ता साफ करता है, तो उसका स्टेटस कम हो गया. Because the work he does, वो जो काम करता है उसकी वजह से उसका स्टेटस डिपेंड हो रहा है सोसाइटी में. वो कूड़ा कचरा साफ करता है ना, जो अच्छी चीज नहीं है वो साफ नहीं करता, गंदी चीज वो साफ करता है. Because of that, his status in the society is lower. So that kind of tendency we all have. I'm not making a kind of statement here, but we see this kind of tendency in the society. Okay, so because of the work they do as per their caste, they get the lower status and very unfair, unjust treatment. Then lower literacy among the lower caste people. आप लोगों को तो पता है, in the past, before independence, the people belonging to the lower caste, they were not allowed to get education. उनके education ही allow नहीं था. After independence, after constitution and all those things, all people, every person in the India can get education. Okay. Earlier it was not available, those opportunities were not available to those people to get education. And if we see in India, in certain areas, say for example, Rajasthan, Bihar, Madhya Pradesh, UP, children of lower caste are discouraged to go to school. उनको डिस्करेज किया जाता है. क्यों? पढ़ाई लिखाई करके क्या करने वाला है? यही काम करना है तो क्यों कर रहा है? Why you are doing so? Why you are getting educated? ये काम करना है ना तो यही कर, पैसे ज्यादा देता हूँ. ऐसे करके उनको डिस्करेज किया जाता है. ऐसे होता है. It's still going on. अब फील्ड में कामगार नहीं मिलता है ना, खेती बाड़ी करने के लिए वो बड़ा लैंडलॉर्ड है, बहुत जमीन है, तो वो खेती करने के लिए उसको लेबरर्स नहीं मिलेंगे, तो वो क्या करेगा? जो लेबरर्स के बच्चे उनको ही वो पहले से डिस्करेज करेगा, सो दैट ही विल गेट द लेबरर्स इन फ्यूचर. वो एजुकेटेड हो गए, they will not come to work. So like that, they discourage them to get education, because of which the people or the literacy rate in lower caste is very low, it is very poor. Okay, understood this? समझ में आ गया? Casteism, not casteism, but the caste system and inequalities. How inequalities are there? Because of caste system. Understood this? Now let us understand what are the measures to combat the inequality and social exclusion. ये social exclusion है, लोगों को हम लोग अलग थलग कर देते हैं, या फिर inequality है, वो combat करने के लिए, वो fight back करने के लिए क्या policy है? Since independence, India has proactive in putting the in place measures to combat inequality and exclusion. The most significant of these have been Constitution of India. The first measure, first remedy. I am teaching you. समझ में आ गया बेटा? Okay. Let us continue. So the most significant major remedy to combat this problem of social inequalities and exclusion is Constitution of India, and various other progressive policies have been made by the government. Constitution clearly sets the agenda to reduce social inequality. Social inequality reduce करने के लिए, कम करने के लिए Constitution में provision दिया गया है, अलग-अलग act बनाए हैं, law बनाया है. Thus, in 1976, the Untouchability Act has been amended and renamed as the Protection of Civil Rights. This question is asked many times in the exam. Untouchability right जो है, Untouchability Act, उसका rename क्या किया? What's the rename? The Protection of Civil Rights Act. The Protection of Civil Rights Act in 1976. It was done. So the provision of fundamental rights and non-discriminatory approach, these are other measures to combat the inequality. So one act is there. Earlier it was Untouchability Act. Now it has become the Protection of Civil Rights Act. Okay. Other provisions and policies are there. Along with that, fundamental rights are there. Along with fundamental rights, non-discriminatory approach. These are all measures that we can utilize to combat, to fight with or fight against this social inequality and exclusion. Okay. Now in India, most of the time, the problem of intergroup conflict occurs. Now what's the meaning of conflict? Jagda, conflict, correct. Intergroup conflict. Intergroup मतलब intragroup, intra and inter, दो words है. Between two or more intra that you should remember, intra within. Suppose intercollegiate competitions are there. Intercollegiate means more than two colleges can participate, more than one, more than two can participate. Intracollegiate within the college. We have Sanskriti, intracollegiate competition. Sanskriti जो हमारे वो intracollegiate है, मतलब within college only. Oasis जो है intercollegiate है. Inter मतलब other colleges, students from other colleges, they can also participate. So intergroup conflict. Intergroup conflict क्या है? Means there is a conflict between two or more than two groups. Okay. तनाव है, झगड़े हैं, but कितने में? It's not one group. It's not one group. It is not intra-group. It is intergroup. More than two groups, they might be having conflict because of any kind of dissimilar views, opinions, and there can be many reasons because of which there can be conflict between two or more than two groups. So the reasons are explained. So the major intergroup conflicts, what are those? It is due to communalism first. So then all those we will understand one after another. So let us understand what is the meaning of communalism. I have written on the slide. Can you please read that and understand, and then I will explain it to you. What is communalism? What's the meaning of communalism? Read that carefully. Understood? नहीं समझ में आ गया? Okay, मैं अभी बताती हूँ, वो थोड़े words delete कर दो, then understand. Delete मतलब do not consider them. What you have to read, communalism is a belief of a social, of a group, social, political भी छोड़ दो. Communalism is a belief of a group that they are superior to those of other groups. Okay, समझ में आ गया अभी? Now we will understand in detail. Communalism is a belief of a social, political or religious group. एक group है, it can be a social group, political group या फिर religious group है. That group believes, वो जो group है वो कोई भी हो सकता है, एक society में एक उनका एक caste का group है, community का group है, या फिर political party का एक group है, या फिर एक religious community उनका एक group है. इनमें से ये तीनों में से कोई भी एक समझ लो. They have the belief, communalism का मतलब है they have the belief that their practices, their religion है या फिर पार्टी है या फिर कोई कम्युनिटी है, वो कम्युनिटी और उनके प्रैक्टिसेस सबसे ज्यादा महत्वपूर्ण है. They are superior compared to other religions, compared to other political party, compared to other community. That is called as communalism. समझ आ गया communalism का मतलब? What is communalism? Let me know. क्या है communalism? बोलो अभी, आप लोग बताओ. ठीक है, आपके लैंग्वेज में जैसे हो आप बता सकते हो. एक उनकी सोच है, it's their belief. उनका ये सोचना है. What do they think? क्या सोचते हैं? Suppose मेरा religion है, one particular religion I am having. So that group believes that जो भी मेरे religious के practices हैं, वो सभी practices दूसरे religion से महत्वपूर्ण है. हमारे ही सबसे बढ़िया है. Other religions, they don't have, whatever practices, जो भी है उनके practices वो हमसे कम है, उनका वो उतने अच्छे नहीं है. Like that they have the belief. Simple example. Understood? समझ में आ गया? Religious. This is an example of religious group. Political party का भी हो सकता है ना. Political party के भी उनकी ideology रहती है, उनका एक set of beliefs रहते हैं, practices रहते हैं. They might think that हमारी जो पार्टी है उसके ही जो सभी रूल्स है या फिर वो प्रैक्टिसेस है वो सबसे ज्यादा अच्छे हैं दूसरे पार्टी से. So it is called as communalism. Having that belief, having that ideology that we are superior than others. Our beliefs, our practices are superior than others is nothing but communalism. Understood? समझ में आ गया communalism? Okay. And communalism is opposed to secularism. Secularism, all are equal, all religions, everything is equal. Secularism, whereas communalism is opposed to that. Now, what are the causes of violence? Communal violence. Communal violence जो होता है ना, what is the meaning of communal violence? Communal violence का मतलब क्या है? What's the meaning of? I'm not able to use it. Communal violence का मतलब क्या है? अभी वायलेंस हो रहे, वायलेंस मतलब दंगा फसाद हो रहे. कम्युनल वायलेंस, अभी कम्युनलिज्म समझ लिया. नाउ टेल मी व्हाट कैन बी द कम्युनल वायलेंस. दो ग्रुप है, दोनों भी ग्रुप ऐसे समझ लीजिए कि मेरा ही, सपोज वन एग्जांपल, दो कम्युनिटीज है, वो दोनों कम्युनिटी सोच रहे कि मेरा ही ग्रुप अच्छा है, दूसरे का नहीं है. सो दे हैव द कॉन्फ्लिक्ट ऑफ आइडियोलॉजी. उनका जो आइडियोलॉजी और बिलीफ है उसमें कॉन्फ्लिक्ट हो गया. And they have that violence. Because of that, there is वायलेंस। समझ में आ गया? कम्युनल वायलेंस का मतलब दंगा फसाद होता है, क्योंकि एक रिलीजन दूसरे रिलीजन को कम सोचता है, या फिर वो कुछ भी चीजें, बहुत सी चीजें हम लोग, मतलब इन इंडिया मेनी प्रैक्टिसेस आर डन टू शो दैट अदर रिलीजन इज लेस वैल्यूएबल देन आवर रिलीजन। पॉलिटिकल पार्टी का भी ऐसे बहुत बार होता है। One political party, they want to show or project their power and authority in the society, so that's why they will create certain scene issue for other political party, and after that there will be communal violence due to their beliefs. Okay, so we will understand those, what are the various causes of communal violence. If you can digest, we will continue or we will stop today. Shall we move ahead or shall I stop? क्या करूं? स्टॉप कर दूंगा। अभी तो मैं ध्यान से सुन भी रहा था, लेकिन आप जब पूछोगे तो मैं स्टॉप बोल दूंगा। बोलो। हाँ, बंद करो, ज्यादा हो रहा है। भूख लगी, ओके ओके, अगर भूख लगी, you will not be able to concentrate on whatever I am discussing. Wait, let me just stop this.